FDA really cares about the patient perspective, the patient voice. And as we move forward at this critical time for making opportunities in science available to patients in terms of real-world products that they want and need, we need to hear from patients and understand their perspectives and their needs. And the second thing is that FDA, we always do put the patient first, whether it's getting them the new products that they need, improving on old products to make them safer, better, more effective, or monitoring these products to make sure that they in fact are making the difference that they hoped they would, and of course always trying to do that important balance of safety and effectiveness so that we can get patients products that will make a difference in their lives. Well, we're very excited about this program, and we think this will give us a somewhat more structured opportunity to really make sure that we're adequately getting the patient input in important disease areas where there aren't the products that people need, the treatments, the diagnostics, the cures, or the preventive measures. And so we're going to be holding about 20 meetings over the next 5 years where we'll engage with patients along with scientific experts and healthcare providers and the people who are going to be doing the research and developing products to really focus in on key needs and opportunities in different disease areas. And we think it's a really important new model. It's one that we expect will become a standard of how we do business, and we really welcome the opportunity to work more closely with patients in this way. Well, I understand that FDA can be a little bit daunting. We are a big government agency, and we're doing everything that we can to try to be more transparent, to try to make it clearer how we do business, how we make decisions, and how to engage with us. But it isn't always easy. Importantly, organizations like the National Health Council can provide a roadmap for how patients and patient groups can interact with FDA, can help to point out and even open some critical doors for engagement. But besides that, first our website, and we hope that it's easily navigable, but can start to connect people with patients and people on the outside with people inside FDA. We also do try to have public meetings in critical areas where we welcome patient groups and patient representatives to speak to important issues. We engage patient representatives on our advisory committees, and that's a powerful way to make a difference at the FDA. So there are lots of different avenues. There's no one way to engage, but I think the critical thing is that we are really making a commitment to reach out and better engage patient representatives and patient groups. And so we're going to be trying to make ourselves more accessible. And that's why we so value the opportunity to work with the National Health Council, whose leadership and activities really provide an important opportunity for us to be able to engage with those very voices that we need to hear from. Well, I think as we think about what do patients need and how can we help make sure that they get those medical products that will make a difference in their lives, that FDA has a critical role to play, and we are really committed to working in ways that matter to patients. But we also have to broaden the community of engagement, and this is a critical time for doing that. We really need to make sure that not only are we working in public-private partnerships across industry, academia, government, and involving patients and patient groups. But we have to make sure we're thinking about all of the factors that matter. It really is an ecosystem to translate a discovery in science into a product. And I think, that's the next big step, is for us all to work together with the investment community to make sure that they are putting money into products that matter. We need to think about how we're investing in research, and are we doing all the kinds of science necessary to move a product through the pipeline. And in particular, we need to do more, I think, in regulatory science, which is that last bridge, the knowledge and tools that are really necessary to assess the safety, efficacy, performance, and quality of a product, and really make it a real world treatment, a drug or device or diagnostic for people suffering from a disease. And we need to make sure that we're thinking about how other policies, whether it's reimbursement policies or patent and exclusivity policies, influence the whole drug development, device development, biomedical product innovation cycle. So I think we really have huge opportunities and challenges ahead of us to really look at a national strategy for advancing biomedical product innovation, and certainly FDA wants to be a partner in that effort.